guys, welcome back to another bonus video demonstration. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really awesome recipe that I'm really excited to show you. Today I'm going to show you how to make soft pretzels, and I'm going to give you an even more bonus video demonstration for how to make pretzel bombs, which are really delicious cheesy filled pretzels that you can put in the oven and are so good when they're hot and fresh out of the oven. Pretzels are such a delicious snack. They're so good to bring over to friends, and I hope you really enjoy this demo. I'll see you guys soon, and I really miss seeing you guys in class. But I hope you're all safe and well at home, and see you soon. Bye! Okay, starting off my soft pretzels, I have my flour, I have some milk, I have brown sugar, butter that I'm going to melt down, I have my yeast that I'm going to soften, and there in the back corner I have my baking soda that I'm going to make a baking soda bath out of. In a medium saucepan, I'm going to warm up the milk so that it is warm, but it is not boiled. Add the yeast to that milk, and I'm going to stir it until it softens. So until the yeast gets nice and dissolved in that milk and the milk changes color to a light tan color. Milk off the heat because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to add the sugar to my milk, and I'm going to stir that up so that the sugar dissolves in the milk. Cut the butter into small chunks. Add only 2 tablespoons of the butter into your mixture, and you're going to stir that until it dissolves into your milk mixture. Add half of your flour mixture, only half of your flour mixture, and then stir that together to soften up the whole mixture. Stir until your mixture is really well combined, and then add the other half of your flour and keep stirring that until you get a tacky dough. It's not going to be a dry dough like you have maybe made when making white bread. This is going to be more of a tacky dough. Stir your dough in the pot until it looks like this kind of dough. Flour your work surface and then add your dough to the work surface, turn it over, and lightly knead your dough. So when we're kneading, you're going to use the flipper technique, so keep your hands together and don't push on the dough to open it up. You're going to mold it into an oval shape and then turn it and then push down gently. Move it into an oval shape, push down gently, and you're just going to continue that motion very gently without adding any air into the center of the bread, because we don't want to add any extra flour because we don't want our dough to get dry. So you're going to continue this motion with flipping it up, moving it, flipping it, moving it, flipping it, moving it, until your dough gets really soft and the gluten is developed. When you get used to the kneading technique, this is what it will look like when it's a little bit faster. So I'm still moving it and reshaping it, but I'm making sure that I don't open up the center of the bread to allow more flour to get in there. So right now I have a really smooth pretzel dough, but it's still a little bit tacky when I touch it. I can test that I have proper gluten development on this dough if I press my finger in and the dough springs back a bit. So it's still pretty tacky, it's not a dry dough, and I have a very smooth surface on it. Use a bowl and spread a little bit of butter around the bottom of that bowl so your dough doesn't stick to the bowl. And then add your dough and cover it with saran wrap and leave it in a warm space for 1 hour until it doubles in size. Cover it with saran wrap. Get a large pot of boiling water. Make sure it's a bigger pot, and you need about this much water or so you have enough water to cover your pretzels, and then you're going to add your baking soda to create a baking soda bath. After letting the dough rise, punch it down again and divide it into however many pretzels you want. This recipe should make about 6 to 12 pretzels depending on the size that you want. I'm going to save half of my dough for something a little bit different, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But I'm going to make about 4 bigger pretzels out of this half. So with this dough recipe I would make about 8. Take your ball of dough and stretch it and roll it until it becomes a longer snake. You have to really stretch while you roll, and you want it about 1 centimeter thick, so about this thick. When you have an even rope that's about 1 centimeter thick, you're going to shape it into a pretzel. So cross it over, you can twist it if you'd like, and then put these ends onto this part, the main part of the pretzel, and then reshape it like so. Just pinch these so they stay, and there's your pretzel. So for my special signature pretzel, I need about this much dough and a cube of cheese about this big, and I'm gonna make something I like to call a pretzel bomb. So I'm gonna just put my thumbprint in there, into that little sphere of dough, and then I'm gonna encase the cheese with dough by pinching it together, and I want to make sure that that's a really tight seam because I don't want too much of the cheese to leak out. And this is going to be a little surprise pretzel, and you're just going to reshape it with your hands until it looks like a perfect sphere of dough again. And you're going to cook this and treat it the exact same way you would your other pretzel shapes. Using your hot water baking soda bath and a slotted spoon or a spatula, I want you to put the pretzel into the water bath for about 15 to 20 seconds. Let your pretzels boil for about 20 seconds in the baking soda bath. Using a brush or a spoon, take your butter and brush your pretzels with butter. Using some coarse salt, sprinkle the tops of each pretzel with coarse salt. If you want to add other toppings to your pretzels like chili flakes, cheese, Parmesan, herbs, you can add all of those kind of toppings at this stage. Just don't add too many to overwhelm your pretzel. After 10 minutes in the oven, this is how our pretzels look. They're delicious, they're golden, they have this lovely cracking here because of the baking soda bath. They're soft and gonna be chewy and lovely and delicious, and they turned out really well. Last but not least, my favorite pretzel bombs. This is how they look. They've got lovely cheese coming out of them. They are baked beautifully and they are so tasty. Eat them while they're warm, enjoy, and have fun making pretzels. So delicious, cheesy pretzel bombs.